Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bitcoin chart planning update video. Specifically in this video, I want to give you guys my own personal opinion on Bitcoin and why it's going to go up and reach $100,000 plus by the end of this year, and then more, stretching that out going through 2025 as well, right? So there's a lot of factors that are going to be in play. None of these are concrete on Bitcoin going up because Bitcoin, in my opinion, naturally will go up and reach those amazing price milestones itself. These are just things that are going to help it get there sooner rather than later, in my opinion, right? Before we actually do move on to the chart for Bitcoin, right here in TradingView, there's a lot of different websites you can look up economic calendars on. But this is like the first one I saw, and they all work just fine. But we have today, right? I believe this is PDT time. Okay, well, it's not Eastern time then, but real soon. So probably like by the time this actually uploads, it should already be up. But yeah, there's an FOMC minutes happening. This is very um, so a mixture of this right here and Friday, the Fed Chair Powell, um, head of the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell. He will be speaking on Friday. So a mixture between Friday and later today. FOMC meeting minutes is going to be a how do you say it a little bit of like an energy drink for Bitcoin to finally start moving higher, uh, or at least things to back up Bitcoin finally start moving higher. What I mean by that is, it's already expected, right? Because Jerome Powell on his last interest rate meeting, he said he was already looking to, he was already, looking to potentially cut already last meeting, but he wanted to just wait a little bit more and get some more, um, you know, U.S. Economic data to better push, um, you know, the how do you say the idealness of cutting rates already, right? And next thing we know, we had a oh, and by the way, also I believe this Thursday and Friday there's also some housing data coming out. So if you guys are interested in that, that's going to be there as well. But yeah, he said, um, or we got interest rate news where CPI, and I know CPI has been modified, kind of like changed up a little bit to, you know, look better than it really is. But regardless, CPI did come out at 2.9%, which finally we're in the 2%, and we're very, very low, very, very close to reaching that target 2%, right? So it's guaranteed that we are going to have either a 0.25 or 0.5% interest rate cut. But the purpose of today's meeting, well, not the purpose, but a result of today's uh, Fed minutes or FOMC minutes and Friday's Jerome Powell speech is to further. We are either going to get further confirmation of potentially just getting a zero point 0.5 interest rate cut, and this is also going to mix with some jobs report data is going to come out soon, and then so all that's going to take a big factor as well. But it is anticipated, it's very likely that Jerome Powell is going to be talking about what the likelihood is really, and if it is possible to just do a 0.5 already, because it is not just in everyone's best interest, most people, right? But it is also in the best interest for the U.S. as a whole, the government, to, in my opinion, to cut rates a little bit sooner, a little bit faster, right? So, so by the time we enter this weekend, we should know what the likelihood of the 5 rate cut will be, right? So this chart's really cool because I don't think no one's really talking about this one. It just shows like the percentage rate of, you know, um, likelihood of a rate cut happening. It's basically at 100%. It just jumped up recently after those CPI reports and a lot of things that are basically a lot of things that are guaranteeing that we will have a rate cut on September 18th. And I made a few videos about this already. That if you go to my market news playlist, I have, it's kind of fresh. There's only 2 videos on there, but I kind of talk about that. And I have a bit more articles that I go over on that as well on those videos. But I give my opinion on. But yeah, a 95% expectation, right? Basically at 100. And I'm going to jump into Bitcoin. So we all know, right? If you guys have been keeping up with the Bitcoin charts, I'm gonna give you. Actually, I'm gonna start off with a bigger picture, so we can better understand where we're at. And also, we've been in a corrective pattern for a while now with Bitcoin for a while, right? So it is time for all-time highs to be retested soon, right? It's just we've been in this corrective pattern for way too long now. We got to be moving up higher soon, right? But either way, since late 2022, and if you guys aren't familiar with my trading strategy, if at least for this bull market cycle, if you're new, I like to structure my bullish overall trades in 5-wave moves up. So this bull market started here. We had a first, second, third. We do not have a completion of the 4th wave until I'm going to get to that in a moment, and then a 5th wave up, which can bring us to conservatively between $115,000 to $150,000, right? Conservatively, that's my bull market top estimate. In this area is where I'm looking to sell off the majority of my core position. And my core position, I keep track of that on a separate playlist called Bitcoin Updates, Bitcoin Portfolio Updates, if you guys want to check that out. I just give my opinion. I show you guys my core position. I give my opinion on Bitcoin, and then once a week. So the next one will come out most likely after tomorrow. I won't be updating anything tomorrow, so yeah. Most likely after tomorrow, I'll be updating you guys on that. But yeah, Bitcoin, right? The 4th wave. The 4th wave move. We've had a very much extended 3-wave corrective move, which is also ideal for a 4th wave, and it further strengthens bullish structures because we could have easily seen prices dip much lower than this if the bull market cycle top was in, right? So we've had a Y wave, an X wave, then a ABC pattern for the Y wave. Same thing with these. It was a 3-wave move and then a 5-wave move up, barely, and then we're finally here on this 4th wave. So what that looks like to complete the actual 4th wave, and excuse me, I just woke up. I haven't had any coffee. I'm still trying to wake up, so bear with me. But yeah, we broke up, right? We came from our support area, very nicely reached premium prices of our green fib area, and then we came back down, used the bottom of the green fib area as support. Excuse me, and then we're breaking up higher. We're trading around that 0.5 line. We're consolidating this area, which is amazing. We want to see that. We want to see price strengthen, even if that means consolidating. It is not a sell-off, right? So we want to see price strengthen in this area, which will make the likelihood of testing all-time highs. So the possibility of doing one of these and then that is very possible, but due to I'm going to show you guys this right now. There's a little bit of a, if we go from the base of the candle and we go from the base of the candle, just a very, this isn't really an ideal triangle pattern, but it's sort of, it's still a triangle pattern. It's not super clear, and I'm not too confident about that. It's just a weird consolidation phase right here. But the likelihood of just seeing one of these or just more consolidating for just a little bit and then break up higher, I believe is more likely than doing one of these and then breaking up higher, just because like price is strengthening very, very well, and I am structuring my positions based on that, right? So if you guys been keeping up with me for a while, you'll know that I've been adding BITU as a way to leverage or to add a little bit of more aggressiveness to my core Bitcoin position. So I have been taking advantage of this just because I do believe that the in is, or the low is in, although confirmation of the low being in, which means we currently have the first level out of three bullish confirmations in. So first level is, breaking into the green fib area, holding it, showing price strength, which we have that. We have a very sustained, strong structure in here. Second level of confirmation will be to have the price do the same thing, but above the 0.618. So we want to see prices break above it and hold above it, right? And hold above it. And then third level will be the same thing, but with all-time highs. Once we complete that, I can for sure say that the low is in, although I think the low is in, and I'm just very bullish on Bitcoin for many reasons. But we have so many things happening with, interest rate cuts coming up soon, a very, very extended corrective move on an asset that's being adopted very, very quickly, and there's a lot of institutional adoption behind it. So to me, this low is in. It's just how I'm structuring my trades. Although the last level confirmation, I mean, I already explained to you guys what my levels look like. But I plan to continue adding aggressively as we are still below all-time highs. Because if you guys know, I expect $100,000 Bitcoins by the end of the year, and then, which is where I plan to start selling off my BITU position, and then once I complete close out on my BITU is when I start to shave off my core Bitcoin position, and, enjoying those profits for the cycle so far, right? But I plan to slowly sell out of that because I do anticipate much higher prices. We can even potentially reach 200,000. This is just my conservative estimate, but based on a first, based on a fib extension from the start of the first wave to the third wave top, and then to what we currently have as our fourth wave bottom. That's how I got these, and that's just why I'm considering this my estimated third wave top, or bull market cycle top, even though I do believe it can be much, much higher, right? But it's just something to look at. And I don't care about being in it for too much, because once we do get later into the late 2025, I do plan to start slowly accumulating some short positions that I plan to hold on to for like a year or two, just because I want to also take advantage of the Bitcoin bear cycle. But either way, yeah, guys, that's my opinion on Bitcoin. Um, it, it man, Bitcoin's gonna go much, much higher with so much backwind with the Fed, uh, events this month, with interest rates next month, and yeah, things are looking very, very, very good, right? So that's just my opinion, my very tired opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys soon. and take care.